round 2 is film and TV, and first up, we're starting with Chris H.
Right, okay. My fact is about the first ever sci-fi film that was ever made, according to Wikipedia anyway. This film was called Le Voyage dans la Lune. Sorry about my French there, which I think that means the voyage to the moon.
Yep.
It's filmed in 1902, inspired by the works of Jules Verne and H.G. Wells. It was silent and less than 2 minutes long. It depicts a spaceship being fired out of a cannon, and the moon, which has a face, it hits the moon in the eye.
Oh, is that where that comes from? I've seen a parody of that in cartoon form. I didn't realise it was actually a...
So yeah, very famous piece. It's on YouTube, but it's a very famous piece of film.
I'm going to check that out after this.
Won't take you long.
Put a little star there. Yeah, 2 minutes out of my life. That's 8 minutes left for cat videos. Cool.
Have you finished watching Bane Cat?
No, it's right. No, I haven't watched any more Bane Cat yet.
Watch more Bane Cat.
Yeah. Okay.
Bane Cat.
Bane Cat.
Yeah, you know Bane from the new Batman.
Oh.
The new Batmans.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was born.
Bane Cat. Just YouTube it.
That's already sounds worth YouTube.
It really is.
I was just going to say, pop them on afterwards. Cool. Good fact. I like that one. Laura, you're up next.
Okay, so I'm going to talk about the fact that Adam West is 10 years older than Batman.
Awesome.
So William West Anderson, who was born
Willie
in...
West.
Yeah, Willie West, which is ironically a name of another DC superhero. Yeah.
I'm not a big fan of DC, so you're kind of losing me a bit here. But
Yeah,
It's the
well above
Flash.
my head
Oh,
again.
fuck the Flash. We've done this before. Fuck the Flash. I hate the fucking Flash.
You'll find out that
He breaks
Kirby
all the
hates
rules.
most
How
of
does
the
he do
things
it?
Oh.
He has to invoke superpowers from another dimension.
Okay, so William West, almost Wally West Anderson, born September 19, 1928, but is much better known as Adam West. He's quite well known as being Batman. Batman, his first appearance in comic book form, and not even on the TV form, was May 1939, meaning that Adam West is a whole 10 years older than the character he is mostly famous for.
And if we're going to go with the podcast from the future, he's actually even older than that. Time travel! So he'll be as old as his mum. That was a good fact. Do you have anything to add to that? No?
Well, I probably could if you want me to witter on about DC
You can give
heroes,
us a bit of
but
DC
you're going to
background.
tell me that they're all rubbish.
No, I'm going to say that Aquaman is the best ever, because obviously he's not. But
He is when he's played by Jason Momoa.
is he muscly, I'm going to guess?
Carl
He's
Drogo.
Khal Drogo.
Oh yeah, fair enough.
Or
Good actor, I'll give him that.
someone from Stargate Atlantis. I can't remember the character.
And also Conan.
And Conan, yes.
The one I'm thinking is Ronnie Ancona. Who
That's
someone.
exactly who popped into my head.
Yeah, so
Alistair
something-
McGowan's big impression.
Yeah, something totally different for me. Okay, he played Ronnie Ancona. Cool. Cool. Yeah. Let's leave it there for this. It's going to be a short round, this one. So, Chris S., you're up next.
So my fact is for the best film and TV and sci-fi. Of course, Star Trek spawned. The series has spawned 5 different series, maybe 6. I probably got that wrong. There's probably spin-offs that I haven't even read about or heard about, and multiple films. We're up to the 13th film now, or 14th, which we'll get to later.
Okay.
So my fact is that there's something called the Star Trek film curse. It's also kind of a TV trope that the odd-numbered Star Trek films are always considered terrible or much worse in comparison to the even-numbered Star Trek films. So, for example, you have Insurrection. This is the 9th film, which is not a Star Trek. Well, a lot
It's
of
got
people say
erection
it's not
on the
a Star
title,
Trek film because the Enterprise is on the screen for probably all of 20 minutes. But then there's the exception to the rule is then number 10, which is Star Trek Nemesis, which was also considered not a very good Star Trek film to a lot of people. I personally liked it. This was the one with Tom Hardy playing as the Romulan clone of Picard. And then Data sacrifices himself at the end of the film to stop some catastrophe that's going to happen.
Oh, does he?
Spoilers!
But then he comes back to life, right?
Spock.
Right? Huh?
Spock. Return of Spock.
Return of Spock what?
The same sort of thing. Data sort of represents Spock. So Spock died for saving everyone, then we brought him back, and Data dies, but he's an android, so they bring him back.
In a new galaxy form.
Far, far away. Cool. Yeah.
So yeah, that's the general gist of it. I mean, there's a lot of theory as to why 9 and 10, why 10 is also considered quite bad. A lot of people like to argue that Galaxy Quest, which was released between these two films, is a Star Trek film. It's a parody, but it was voted the 7th most popular Star Trek film at San Diego Comic-Con. So people often consider that to be the reason why both of them are terrible, because that is actually number 10, and therefore Nemesis is 11. So
I'm loving that theory that Galaxy Quest is a Star Trek film.
Is this the one with Alan Rickman where
Yeah.
they abduct the TV stars?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Which
If you haven't seen Galaxy Quest and you like Star Trek, watch Galaxy Quest. It is a parody that you will love,
Tim
because
Allen.
it takes the piss in the best way.
Excellent. Okay, I'm sold.
It is fantastic, and it has
Alan
Alan Rickman
and Justin Long.
and Justin Long
And
Ridley.
yeah, Sigourney Weaver, who I can't pronounce apparently.
Sigourney Weaver.
Yeah. And the
I'll
guy
get
that
Sigourney
plays
Weaver.
Monk, the guy that plays Monk in the detective TV series, that I can't remember his name.
Yes.
Any more to throw in on that one?
Never give
Yeah,
up,
actually,
never
no. There's
surrender.
another one. There's another one we can throw in. There's the argument that 10, if you want to take Galaxy Quest out, 10 is obviously a multiple of 5. So maybe Nemesis has some fizz-buzz property that hasn't been previously attributed to the Star Trek films.
What's Fizzbuzz property?
Fizzbuzz is a game that you play as kids, where when you count through numbers, and when it's 3 you say fizz, when it's 5, multiple of 3 you say fizz, multiple of 5 you say buzz, and it's a multiple of 3 and 5.
You
whatever.
kill yourself. Yeah. No, I remember that
sounds,
game. I would never used to think it was fun. That was not a game, that was learning.
Learning's fun.
Learning's fun when it's not made into a game.
Surely it is much
I'm
more
sorry.
fun when it's made into a game.
I'm sorry, Zumbinis was like the best childhood of mine ever.
Zumbinis. You didn't play Zumbinis.
This is why I was stupid until I turned 20.
This is our problem. Our dad force-fed us these facts and these learning games from young ages and imprinted on us the need.
Oh, come on, we weren't allowed to leave the kitchen table after dinner unless we could name 3 capital cities of countries around the world.
Indeed.
Yeah.
And then it moved on to the currencies as well.
I was so glad.
that
2001,
sounds
Euro
good.
comes in. I can leave the table in seconds. France, Germany, Spain, Euro. I'm out of here.
That sounds useful. I was force-fed Maths Blaster and Maths Times tables. You know, on the grid.
Yes.
Which,
I hate grids.
To this day, I can remember 3 7's 21. That's about it.
7 7's 49.
They are 49. I was good with the 7s. I don't know why. 7 isn't something I can do in my
With
brain.
your
magical.
9 times table, it always adds up to 9. So you've
Including
got,
when you go past 100, which I didn't know until I watched QI.
so you've got 9. 1 plus 8 equals 9 for 18. 2 plus 7 equals 9 for 27. 3 plus 6 is 36.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
So
There are some other funky tricks out there for the other ones as well, but I can't remember them off the top of
Yeah,
my
well,
head.
you can always tell if it's a multiple of 2. It's even.
Yeah. Thanks for that one.
There you go.
I'm so glad the grammar system did not let you down on that, Chris.
5 or 0, it's 5. Zing! No, I did used to know the ones for 3 and 4, like you say, there are ways of doing it. You add up the last 3 digits if there's 3, or the last digits, and see if it adds up to 3, 6 or 9.
Or bores you to death.
Cool. All right. Well, that's over because we're running that one into the ground. So for round 2, film and TV, are we going to go with Chris H's First Moon Rocket, Laura's Batman Begins, or Chris S's Curse of the Odd Star Treks? Chris S. Who are you going with?
I'm going to go with Laura for this one.
Batman Begins, Old Batman West.
Fantastic. Love
Oh, that
Batman.
would have been even better. Old Batman West.
Do it again.
No. We've done it now. Laura, who are you going to go with?
I'm going to go with Christopher's Fact. By the way, I will
Which
refer to...
Christopher?
No. I will always refer to my brother, Chris Stevens, Chris S, as Christopher.
Okay, so we're going with Star Trek.
Star Trek.
Fantastic. Mr. Chris,
Also Star Trek.
also Star Trek.
It has to be.
And just because the whole rocket eye and the moon thing, I'm going to go with the first moon rocket. which means that Chris S wins the second round.
Whee!
Yay!